So let's check the environment and then go for the materialization. So I hit Alt and Q and I have my perspective view. So making this environment is one of the easiest thing to do. It depends on your taste and there are many ways to do that. For example, if the model is complicated, I rather do the outlines and then import it in Revit and then continue the process. But if the project is simple, for example, I can come here and draw a rectangle like this. This is just a normal sample. We hit Shift and J to delete these frames here. And then we come here, we command DX and we create a Dextroid. And I can deactivate this thing here. And here I can convert this. And as you can see, I have my own walls. All right, again, we click on Alt and Q so we could observe this. You can use the clay mode from here too. As you can see, the angles of the wall are crossing out. And you can come here and select the all. And in the polygon section, you can flip it so you could turn it inside. If you shape it, it's not going to be that much different. It's just about like the first lines. So right now, I want to make a window. So right now, we come here and we click it and we create an edge and then we pitch it. And then when I reach the right number, I click on OK. And right now, I can connect them individually again. So I have this frame right now here. So why would I connect them all together? That's because if I wanted to add another window, I do exact same thing with the connection. If you want to have exact number and the measurement, you can also use the ruler like this. We come here and we say we give it a name and we activate this. And in this section, I change the length and the width and the height and everything. Now I select this and I bring it down here and then we come to this section and then click on this button and move it on Z axis. Now that I have the size and have the location, I can come here to the edge and then double click on it and bring it up here and down here. So after we did this, I have the location and exact size here. Now I have to just select this polygon and select that section and delete it. So this was one of the methods of making the walls and the windows. There are also many other ways too. So right now in this section, I'm going to give it a shell. I increase the density of it. So there's just a tiny problem here. If we click on T and Z, we can see these lines are not parallel. So you just come down here to this section, straighten corner, we activate this. So I created these walls. Now I can do whatever I want with it. If your Max is above 23rd version, you can come here and convert to the file or give it a modify. And again, come to the polygon section. Now by dragging shift, I can drag it down or drag it up. So that's how I can apply these changes. So I can do these things, or by the help of the vertex, I can control these lines altogether. So right now I just need to make a frame for the window here. And as you can see, this model has done the same method like the way I did. So I click on these and then Alt Q so we could observe them individually. So right now I click on this group and we open it. Again, we don't want the roof and the floor. Again, Alt Q. So right now we made a rectangular and we commanded DX and we click on here. And for example, I just deleted this single wall. So as you can see, it is pieces to pieces. It's just simple. We come to the edge section and we click on here. And I drag these walls with the help of shift and I make my own shape. That easy, and then we delete it. So this part of my job, I don't need to do anything because I don't need it. And for the Windows section, I have used a model. like this. We select it and we hit Alt and Q. So I was checking an interior model. I just stole this particular part because I wanted to use it. I had this part which I needed and deleted the parts which were unnecessary. Now I have this section and those walls. Then I created the walls and the roof and the floor. I downloaded a materialized floor. I had some editing on that. We will discuss it later. So that's how I created this model. So it was easy upon here. There is another point that I have to mention. So from outside, I should be able to see the interior. So I choose this. Then we right click on it and we go to the property section. And in the backface call, we activate this section. And right now, we cannot observe the objects that don't face us from in front. As you can see, they are empty here. And one cool point is that I can see the lines, but I cannot choose them if I even click on F4. And this is going to be very practical for the camera framing and the angles. So you can use this for the roof too. Backface call. As you can see, it is obvious from the downside, but not from upside. There's another point I should mention about the floor. I gave it a slice. So this was the original one. So we deactivate this backface call and we do not want these extra parts. Some of the guys would slice them individually, but in the Max 23rd version, it has turned into this. So I command it to have X and Y axis slices. Now I activate this slice once, and then we hit S and we bring this here, and then come here to this wall. And right now I command remove positive, and again remove negative. Easy like that. Simple as that. With one modify slicer, I did both. So we are done. We should get to importing objects.